You know, most of the clothing brand owners that I talk to that are struggling, that I see, is they think they have this amazing fucking product, a 1 in a million product where the market has never seen before. And they think they can just scale just by having an amazing product, and they just post about it, tell the world about it, and that's it. And being in a mindset of never even having to worry about what actually goes in the marketing side, they just think product can just do everything for them. But let me ask you this. Is your product even that fucking special, right? Is it even that special? There are more clothing brands being made in a single day than kids being born, and you're going out here and saying, my product is that special. Is it really that special? Because I can guarantee you, whatever is special about your clothing brand or about your specific clothes, I can find a brand that do the same thing as you, or even better. So if you're in a mindset where you're trying to scale your clothing brand and actually do this full time, and you think, I don't have to focus my attention on marketing, my product is that good, if I just post about it, I'll get the attention and generate sales. You are completely delusional. You know how many fucking amazing clothing brands there are, how many amazing clothes, brands that are so underrated that people have never even heard of, and the clothes are just out of the world, the design, the material, the uniqueness, right? And all of that, and you think your clothes are special, right? And you think your clothes are so good that you don't even need marketing, right? That's completely delusional. You know, when I talk to most brand owners, they believe that their product is good enough, which is fair enough, but I asked them, why do you think your product is good? Why do you believe your product can scale? And 95% of the time, they always say, because my family likes my product, my friends like my product, my friends gave positive feedback about it, when I wore it out in the streets, they gave me compliments. Do you genuinely think your friends and family are going to say in front of your face that your product is shit? That is not the type of feedback that you want. Your opinions of your family, your friend, regarding around your specific product should have zero effect on you. You need to be in the position where you get actual market data in terms of who you're selling to, because I can guarantee you, your family, your friends are not even your ICP. So why does their opinion even matter in the first place? Right? And to be quite frankly honest, with people that believe that their product is so good, right? What reflects it? What reflects it? Does the sales reflect it? Does the engagement reflect it? What reflects it other than your feedback that you've got from your family and friends, right? And I'm not saying your product is shit, but you need to be in the position where you can get actual market data feedback other than utilizing your family and friends. Because again, those words mean absolutely nothing, okay? It's the words from your market, your ICP, that customers that you're actually going to sell to. Those are the people that you want direct feedback on so you can improve. Because I can guarantee you, right? Your product can be improved in many different ways, right? And you're not even getting in the position where it can be improved because you're not running any ads on it. You don't even have a specific organic funnel to actually even represent your ICP. You're not even doing any of that. You just think, I have this amazing product because my family, friends say it, and I think if I just post about it, I will get the attention, right? 99% of the people that are struggling to even hit their first 1,000, even let alone the first 5,000, 10,000 a month. It's everybody's golden number to hit $10,000 a month, for them to do this full time, quit their 9 to 5 or whatever it is to continue their passion. But there is a reason why only a select few will actually be in the position they can do this full time, be in the position where they can actually continue with their passion. It's because 99% of the brand owners treat this like a fucking side hobby, right? Not an actual business. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by a side hobby, okay? For example, me playing basketball. I don't give a fuck if I make it to the NBA. I'm not trying to go pro. I'm just playing basketball out with my friends in the park. I don't care about my form. I don't care about my nutrition. I don't care about my stamina. I'm just out there having fun. No structure, no strategy, just out there shooting. And that's what most of the brand owners do when it comes to the clothing brand. They tell me, I want to do this full time. But what have they actually done, right? And half of the time, 99% of the time, they're not even deserving to this full time. They just give ads a go and give it a go. They give organic a go and try and make content for 2.5 weeks without any content ideation system, no models. The product is just sketches or whatever. It's just a side hobby. If you want to be in the position where you can actually turn this into a business, you need to start treating this like a business. I see so many brand owners run ads because they see their competitors, they see the bigger brands run ads, And they think if they just spend $200 in without even having a testing structure, without even knowing what the fuck is going inside the ad account, without a testing structure, they think the product is just so fucking good that even if they spend $100 next month, they're able to profit, right? And what ended up happening is they spend $100 or whatever amount they spend, right? And they get nothing back, and they think ad doesn't work for my brand. Do you see what the problem is? Because let me ask you, right? You spending $100 and you're hoping to get $300, $400 back and start scaling profitably. What is that any difference to gambling? Tell me. There is no difference to gambling. And if you're in a position where you're operating a brand by trying to gamble your way and just without even learning your KPIs, you have no control of the ads. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You just think sales are the only metric that you have to look at to start scaling, right? And if we're in that position, if we're in that mindset where you just lack the skills and knowledge in trying to run ads, right? Just go to the casino and try make a living off there, not a clothing brand trying to run ads, right? All the brands that you see that are running successful ads and all the big brands, they all have specific intent. And what do I mean by intent, right? Intent in terms of what they're actually doing. They're not in a position where they just do it just for the sake of doing it. Right? They know their KPIs, they have a clear testing structure, they probably have an agency or themselves having a good understanding of how to operate the ads, and that's what we need before we do anything. If you're running a clothing brand and you're in this game just because you want to become rich, you want to become financially free, and you don't actually enjoy this game, then you are fucked, I can tell you. There are so many clothing brands out there, artists, creatives, so many talented people out there that make clothes and they really love this shit. And they don't give a fuck about, making money. They just care about the art. I can guarantee you those type of people, once they actually understand the acquisition process and everything, because again, you can't just scale a clothing brand just by having a good product. You need the combination of product, right? The value you're providing to the market and the acquisition, which is how to get a value seen. I can guarantee you those people are the ones that are going to win if they figure out the acquisition. And the people that are here just to make a couple bucks, just sell fucking tees and become rich and don't give a fuck about the clothes itself. I can guarantee you those are the type of brand that will last for a couple months and absolutely fucking disappear, and the market will just crush them, okay? The only brands that are going to succeed and the only brand owners that are going to succeed in this game are for the people that actually fucking love this game. Most brand owners put their time and effort, 90% of their energy and effort into the actual product aspect and only 5% into the marketing aspect, okay? And before I say this, I'm not saying product is important, because I can guarantee you if you have a shit product, you're not going to have a brand. But I can guarantee you if you flip that focus and put 90% attention and energy into the actual acquisition and marketing side and 10% into your product, I can guarantee you that you're going to build a better brand, right? Because the question is, you could spend all this time making the beautiful product, the right sourcing, the right fabrics, and you don't even have a plan with marketing, right? How are you going to get market feedback and improve? Tell me, right? Use your family, use your friends. How are you meant to get feedback if your product even works? You don't even if you have a strategy, right? You don't, right? So the question is, right, if you flip that and position yourselves where you put full focus on the marketing aspect first, 90% of that and only 10% of your product, you can make products through the marketing feedback that you get. And also you're in a better position where you can actually sell and scale, right? This is something I need brand owners to understand. Posting on Instagram with no intent, running ads just for the sake of running ads without a clear strategy is not a advertising or a marketing strategy. It's just you giving shit a go and just completely fucking freestyling it. I want to make that very clear, because people come on and say, oh, my ads don't work for my brand. Oh, organic marketing doesn't work for my brand. All this type of shit, right? And when I asked them, what have you actually done when it comes to organic marketing? And you tell me, oh, just posting. That is not a strategy, right? It's like, I want to get a six pack and I go to the fucking gym and just bench press. That's not a strategy for me to get a six pack. That's just me going to the fucking gym, right? And that's the one thing that I need you to understand, right? A strategy is clear intent and step-by-step process and combination with clarity to get to where you want to go with your goal for your clothing brand, all right? And you being in the position where you just give ads a go, where you don't even know how much you need to spend, you don't even know your value that you're getting, you don't even know your break-even ROAS, you don't even know the type of content that you need to make to get resonation with your messaging, and you don't have any clear clarity of that, how are you ever meant to scale? Most people get this wrong. They think a good product in the clothing brand industry is a product with good quality and good design. I can tell you that is only one piece of the very, very big puzzle, okay? You have to understand the clothes that we sell, people don't just buy because the material's good and the design is good. That's just one part of it. People buy because of the value that you're providing to them. And the clothes is just a physical token in terms of value transaction, right? If you look at a bag from Louis Vuitton and you're spending $10,000 for it, you're not spending 10,000 fucking dollars in a leather bag just because the material is that good and the design is that good, right? You're not buying that. You're buying the value that the bag provides to your life. And what is our value for Louis Vuitton? It's the status, it's the emotional skew, being, I guess, emotional support in terms of status that you're providing in the life. That is a value that the customer gets, and the bag is just a physical token. So when you're in a position when you're making your winning product, don't just think about how can I make my design look pretty, how can I XYZ and all that bullshit. Think about the value that the customer is actually getting once they purchase your product. Because I can guarantee you, if you don't put too much attention to design, and I'm not saying that's not important, of course it is, but if you actually think about the whole picture of what a value is when someone enters your brand ecosystem, you can be in the position where you can charge whatever the fuck you want and people will still buy from you.